What's up guys, I'm here with another video. Welcome to episode 43 of Let's Build a City. Today we're building a modern Tesco supermarket. So, yeah. Anyway, let's build a modern Tesco supermarket.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a supermarket. There is so much to make that I have decided to split this tutorial into 3 parts. In the first part, I will show you how to make the actual supermarket building itself, the customer car park, the employee car park, the trolley return areas, and also the cash lines. Now in part 2 we'll be heading on inside, and we will be making the entire inside, including the cafe, scan and go, self-serve section, regular till areas, the produce section and small electronics section, and all of the various specialised counters that we have in the supermarket as well. Now in the third and final part, we will make the petrol station, the shop that is attached to the petrol station, including the entire interior, a car wash, and also, well, this is still sort of the car wash area. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't often do this, but I spent a huge amount of time on this project. I would appreciate it if we could get this video some likes. So, if you do want to see part 2 the day after this video is posted, otherwise it will simply come out in the following week. And if you want to see part 3 the day after part 2, if we can make this video get 1,000 likes, not only would I really appreciate that, but we will post each one of the 3 parts one day after the other. And if you do want to see any of the 3 parts, you'll easily be able to find them in the card system, the description below, and the top of the comment section. Very, very easy to find, ladies and gentlemen. But without any further ado, let's get started. This is the amount of space required to make your build, a 68 by 74 block area, as represented by the white concrete grid that you may be able to see on the ground. Feel free to make this grid in your world if you do feel as though it will help you out. So,
Alright, let's grab the materials. Smooth stone, of course. Smooth stone. Smooth, of course, sorry. Smooth, of course. I said smooth stone. Whoopsie daisy me. I'm so silly. So, concrete. So, what I want is grey, blue concrete, red concrete,
first of all, if you have made the grid, come all the way over to the front left-hand corner of it. We want to count backwards and find the 33rd block. Now, I have already got this marked out onto my grid. However, you may have to count it out for yourself. You want to find the 33rd block as you count backwards. We then want to count to the right 1, 2, 3, and this is going to be the starting position. Begin by placing 4 blocks of quartz on top of each other on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4. We then want to extend to the right by 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Connect this row down to the ground, and then continue by building to the right by 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
6, 7, 8. Join that block down to the ground, and then once again. Actually, it's slightly different. You want to extend to the right by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then join down to the ground. Extend to the right by 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then join down to the ground. And then extend to the right by 8. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Join down to the ground. And then 2 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And then join down to the ground. And once more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8, and then join down to the ground just like this. We are then going to take the same block that we keep extending, and we are going to extend it backwards by 38 rows. Now this is quite a lot, and you can even extend from the bottom if you like to make it a bit easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38.
Okay, 38. 1, 2. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38.
Perfect. So, I guess that we can just extend the entire row backwards whilst we're here. We would have to do it. We would have to do it a little bit later anyway. I kept slipping there. We would have to do it a little bit later anyway, so we might as well do it now. Let's extend the entire row backwards. On this particular face of our supermarket, we'll have a bunch of fridges and freezers and bookshelves and stuff, so we don't really have much room for detail. On the back of the build here, we want to extend from the top again, and we want to extend from the top to the right by 25.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Perfect.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And then we can join this down to the ground. Then we can extend this whole little entire row here forwards by 3. So 1, 2, 3. And let's just put all of these up. We then want to take the top or the bottom, it doesn't matter in this particular case, and we can extend to the right, all the way to the right, with the idea that we want to be able to connect to the front of the build. And you know what, I am actually going to take this little opportunity right here just to extend every single one of these rows to the right, because as I keep mentioning, we would have to do it later anyway, and I think I'll also just backtrack on myself. I'll also do the same just to the back here as well. The only difference on the back of the build here, I'm going to destroy 2 blocks here and turn them into virtual planks, is the end 2x2 blocks that we have, that I've just kind of like made an example of using the birch planks here. There is upwards by 3, so 1, 2, 3, and let's just pull all of these up. We then want to take the top or the bottom, it doesn't matter in this particular case, and we can extend to the right, all the way to the right with the idea that we want to be able to connect to the front of the building. You know what, I am actually going to take this little opportunity right here just to extend every single one of these rows to the right, because as I keep mentioning, we would have to do it later anyway, and I think I'll also just backtrack on myself, and I'll also do the same just to the back here as well. The only difference on the back of the build here, and I'm going to destroy 2 blocks here and turn them into vertical planks, is the end 2x2 blocks that we have that I've just kind of like made an example of using the birch planks here. There is going to be a double door here, so I'm just leaving a little bit of space for that, but all of this is filled in. This wall here will line up with the front of the build over there. If you've made the grid, you'll basically be just 3 rows away from the edge, or 2 rows away from the edge, depending on how you look at it. Well, anyway, we want to take this wall, and we want to extend it forwards by a 26 blocks, so
26. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And I'm going to extend every single one of those smooth quartz upwards. So just like this. Every single one of these is going to get extended upwards just like that, rather evenly. Then we're going to join the top of this row all the way to the front, and this will give us our very, very, very basic floor plan of our Tesco's. So the next thing that I actually want to do is I kind of want to start defining some of the areas. So for instance, this first area, we're going to literally work our way around clockwise, or I'll tell you what, we'll even start on the left side here, because it's pretty much, except from the front, this is the only area that needs like filling in. We're going to dig in between the 2 rows of smooth quartz at the bottom. We're going to replace it with grey concrete, and then we're going to fill this area in using light grey stained glass paint. We don't work this one out very often. There you go, perfect. By the way, we want to do the same thing here as well, in the front left-hand corner. So this is actually going to be a cafe. This Tesco's is rather varied. There's quite a few things going on the inside of the Tesco's. As you may have already saw, I assume you will have seen this video. So this is the cafe area. Directly to the right of this, we're just going to have just a blue concrete wall, just for a bit of variation. Directly to the right of the video, so this is the cafe area. Directly to the right of this, we're just going to have just a blue concrete wall, just for a bit of variation. Directly to the right of this is where we are going to have some interior doors. So it doesn't really matter how you want to have these exactly. Like, you may want to have like a layer of glass on the left and right side. You may want to leave them completely open. You may want to, say, do something like this where we have like, where it looks as though that the door is sliding across slightly. So we have a couple of rows of glass with just 1 row allowing us in. So it doesn't matter which one of those you do, as long as, you know, it looks like a glass door entrance. Specifically one of the, you know, self-opening. Directly to the right of this area, we're going to fill all of this in using blue concrete, and we'll probably do the same for the area after as well. Reason being is because there's just a bunch of cash machines here, so it doesn't matter too much really. Directly to the right of this is once again a glass window area, so this is going to be filled in using grey concrete, the bottom at the very least, and then some light grey stained glass paint for the rest of it. Just like this. I want to mark out a couple of parts of the build whilst we're here. So, I want to grab grey concrete, and directly to the left of this window area here, we have some smooth quartz blocks. Well, I want to leave a gap of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on this 6th block, we want to have a row of 5 grey concrete extending up from the ground, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we want to have another row of 5 grey concrete in the separation, basically where the other row of smooth quartz is as we move along. So we want to have the exact same row of grey concrete just as we move along to the left. Then we want to have a similar thing. So where we have the quartz block here, we want to have a similar thing, but we want to use smooth quartz. And this row of smooth quartz is actually going to be a bit higher. It's going to be 6 rows high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because it's actually kind of the middle point. Although it looks a little bit weird because the entrance is here. You'd expect the middle point to be there, but it's not. So this is the middle point, to which we then want to, where we have the next vertical row of quartz here, we want to have a row of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the same as we move along here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. And then one final one, as we approach here over to the left, we're going to grab at the grey concrete, and then we're going to have a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grey concrete. So that might all seem a little bit confusing, but as we look at it, it doesn't look even, but it actually is quite even the way that we have made this. The end result of this is that we can give it a little bit of it now. We are going to place some smooth quartz slabs hanging off of the sides of the grey concretes on the end here, right? They will extend and join into our supermarket. And these slabs will extend in front of these pillars, or extend and join into our supermarket. And these slabs will extend in front of these pillars, or extend and join into our supermarket. And these slabs will extend in front of these pillars, all the way over to the left, into the next pillar on. And then we'll extend the quartz slab up 1, and then left 2, 1, 2. And then up 1, left 2. And then up, and then I don't know how many to the left, because the idea would be that we start over here on the other side to avoid some counting. We hang some quartz slabs off the end here, forwards. We extend all the way over to the right, so in this particular case, it is where we have, of course, this quartz pillar. We don't have the grey, and then we can extend up, right 2, up, right 2, and then up, and ultimately just extend all the way up to the right. So I'll end up looking a little something like this, and once again, it is perfectly even, although you up, and ultimately just extend all the way up to the right. So I'll end up looking a little something like this, and once again, it is perfectly even, although you might not expect it to be, but it is. So when it comes to this area here, as I've already mentioned before, forwards, we extend all the way over to the right. So in this particular case, it is where we have, of course, this quartz pillar. We don't have the grey, and then we can extend up and extend and join into our supermarket. And these slabs will extend in front of these pillars, all the way over to the left into the next pillar on. And then we'll extend the quartz slab up 1, and then left 2, 1, 2, and then up 1, left 2, and then up, and then I don't know how many to the left, because the idea would be that we start over here on the other side to avoid some counting. We hang some quartz slabs off the end here, forwards, we extend all the way over to the right. So in this particular case, it is where we have, of course, this quartz pillar. We don't have the grey, and then we can extend up, right 2, up, right 2, and then up, and ultimately just extend all the way up to the right. So I'll end up looking a little something like this, and once again, it is perfectly even, although you might not expect it to be, but it is. So when it comes to this area here, as I've already mentioned before, this is like the entrance area, okay? And I'm going to place, I think that the red concrete goes here on top of this quartz, or we might even drop this down a row. We might actually, I think that we're going to drop this quartz down a row, right? In which case we can then place red concrete, extend it left, right? And then we can extend it right, just like this. And then we are going to join, like, we're going to, that's what we'll do. We'll join the quartz blocks together at the front and the bottom using grey concrete, and then we'll fill in this window. I'm trying to get ahead of myself a little bit. That never works out, so let's just take this step by step. So we'll fill the two little windows in here using some light grey glass pane like this, just underneath the red concrete. Perfect. And on the sides, this is where the entrances would be. So on the sides, we're going to have some rows of grey concrete just connecting back to the building. You may also choose to make, say, the middle of this, like, so the inside material for what I always call it the airlock, right? Like, I don't know why, but you'll have these in supermarkets oftentimes. Not usually in bigger, in smaller shops, but in like supermarkets and what have you. You've kind of got like the area before you actually get into the store. And I always think of it as like an airlock in like a spaceship or something, I don't know why. But I'm going to make the floor inside the airlock some quartz bricks. And we need to use some smooth quartz there. So the upside down smooth quartz stairs we're going to use here, and we're going to join upside down smooth quartz stairs from the Tesco's, from the actual like physical building for the top of the airlock leading to the outer entrance part here. And then we're going to add a couple of rows of light grey stained glass pane, just one on the left and then one on the right. And it's up to you whether you want to add more, like this is kind of like, you know, with the other inside part, or the other sort of like door part I should say. It's up to you how you kind of like want to have it. So I think that my preference is going to be that I just have a couple of rows on the left, a couple of rows on the right, and then you just walk straight through the middle. And I should also point this out as well, that this matters so very little. It doesn't matter what you choose really, it really is just like, if you sort of like one better, it's out as well, but this matters so very little. It doesn't matter what you choose really, it really is just like, if you sort of like one better than the other, then do exactly that, you know? I'm going to lay some glass on top of the upside down smooth quartz stairs, and then I'm pretty sure I should be able to just extend some smooth quartz over the top of the glass and join it to I'm pretty sure I should be able to just extend some smooth quartz over the top glass and join it to, I definitely can there, but I don't know if I can here to be honest. So I don't think I can, I think it's got to be smooth quartz slab and then a couple of smooth quartz blocks on the end, something like that. We can definitely make it look a little bit nicer, a little smooth quartz slab and then a couple of smooth quartz blocks on the end, something like that. We can definitely make it look a little bit nicer a little bit later on. But now that we've kind of like accomplished that, I'm quite happy because that's an interesting structural part of the build right there. So the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to start adding a little bit more interest to the actual building itself. So this is actually quite easy. Let's take the front left-hand corner of Tesco's, let's extend it up a couple of rows using the smooth quartz blocks, and then let's extend that block across, and then eventually this is kind of hovering one row above the entire build like this. Wherever we have the smooth quartz rows like vertically just below this, we are going to join the smooth quartz. So like here, I mean it should hopefully make a little bit of it should be a little bit logical. So like here, I mean it should hopefully make a little bit of it should be a little bit logical where we actually do decide to place these just as we go around like the actual store. And then we're going to extend these corners backwards as well. And on the back of the build, I mean, there's less and less opportunity to like segment these. So, I mean, on the front, obviously, we've got all of these different panels and such. We don't really have that on the sides of the building. Like, the building is so busy on the inside. And, here, this corner, I think that we're just going to opt to turn that just into a solid wall. Like, the building is so busy on most sides of this that you don't have too much of a chance for anything other than these, like, little tiny windows that we have at the top of the add a little bit of, we could just add a single smooth quartz here, but then we're just going to add some glass pane on the inside. It might actually be easier to build from the inside, looking out like this, and we even want this above the entrance. As well, also like where we have this door here too, add a vertical row. This is, of course, again, mostly sort of like aesthetic as well. Like, when it comes to most of this, it's kind of like if you have a personal preference for something, as we're going around, like, let's say that you wanted to try and work out a way to add all of, like, let's say...
Hello! I know, I'm late! Look at that! My cherries grew. You know what? Maybe I miss my calling as a fan.
You wanted to have, like, say, 3 glass and then a quartz and 3 glass and a quartz, or whatever that would end up like. If you wanted to make it kind of like patterned on the sides to make it a bit more visually appealing, then you could more than do that. You can feel free to do that, but I think it looks pretty good as is. Even on the sides, I mean, it doesn't look too bad with just being just one row of glass. What is above this? So this, the entire thing actually, this is where things start getting a little bit crazy, is above the entire store, we want to have a layer of red concrete that sits above and inside of the layer of smooth quartz. So, to represent this, I'm literally going to build a giant hovering row of red concrete. So this is going all the way around the outside, but I'm not going to fill the roof section in just yet. There's going to be a few different parts of this tutorial where it will be appropriate to fill it in off of recording. The reason being is because it will quite simply take too long to do all of the parts that will need filling in. It will take a long time to actually record it. It'll probably add like 20 minutes to the recording. So we'll just kind of like do the outline of the roof. You can imagine that that will be filled in with red concrete. But in having this outline that is set one row inwards and one row above, that then allows us to do this next. So, we are going to add smooth quartz blocks extending up from all of the previous smooth quartz blocks that we have. So, the vertical from all of the previous smooth blocks that we have. So the the vertical rows of smooth quartz that we already have placed on the build. So I'll just do that entire row, and here, and there's one over here as well, right? We want to place all of those, and then we want to place a smooth quartz slab, or a layer of smooth quartz slabs, extending on top of all of these smooth and join them all together at the top, just like this. And this is going to be part of the roof. We're going to hang another row. Actually, probably we'll do 2 rows of this. We'll probably, once we've kind of like got this border done, we will add 2 rows of smooth quartz slabs, essentially just hanging off of the initial row kind of just going all the way around. So here, perfect. So you can see it's quite a modern design, but it doesn't look quite good. But the idea will be that we take it's more so for the corners, but actually it can be sort of everywhere. So we want to place upside down smooth quartz stairs in front of those vertical that we take it's more so for the corners, but actually it can be sort of everywhere. So we want to place upside down smooth quartz stairs in front of those vertical smooth quartz blocks that we have. We want to place so on the corners, kind of like all around it, but on the front and the little one on the side, we can just have like just a single smooth quartz stair. But on these corners more so, yeah, that'll do that. On these corners, we want to have like it wants to envelop the whole corner, just like this, really make like a feature out of it. So we want to have something which should look like this. And then the purpose of that, of course, is, as I was kind of just saying, is we then want to extend 2 rows of smooth quartz slab over this. So these stairs will look as though they are propping up. This smooth quartz slab like overhang, and it'll just look quite good, and it'll mean, a lot of supermarkets and stuff have like a, you know, a little bit of shelter around the top of the building. Like the roofs quite often do kind of like extend over a little bit, but it just makes it look really cool. I feel as though it adds a little bit of a modern vibe. I think that this whole supermarket is actually, it is quite often do kind of like extend it over a little bit, but it just makes it look really cool. I feel as though it adds a little bit of a modern vibe. I think that this whole supermarket is actually, it is sort of modern-ish. Like it's quite close. It's made out of more modern materials, you know, we've got the concrete, we've got the quartz, and it's got a decent amount of glass, and it's a bit more blocky in design. So I do think it is quite, although I say that, but the front is actually quite cool. There we go, so you can see we're making a lot of really good progress down. I mean, that is the roof almost complete, we've just got to fill the top of it in, of course. So the next thing that we are going to do is, I think that we are going to focus a little bit more on this whole area. So let's start on the outsides first. We want to join the, not like that, that would be a big boo-boo. So we want to join the little mini roofs on like the left and right sides. The lower parts of the roofs, we want to join them to the middle part of the build. So where we have the airlock, I don't know why this is proving so hard to place, by the way, but for this area in here. So this is going to provide a little bit of shelter. So here on the left and here on the right, the area on the right is a little bit different, because it doesn't, the area on the right here, like we've got like another outside part, like the outside part on the right side is bigger on the left, so we're going to have to shape this a little bit better. But this easy part here, this just flat part, we can get this filled in. And then here we go. So here, now, I mean, we're just following the shape of it, so it's not too difficult. We are just following the shape of it, but we just want to extend it in. To the back, so let me see here. So that would be here, right? And the only gripe that I have with smooth quartz is, or slabs in general, I should say, not smooth quartz. That I have with slabs in general is that if you make a mistake with one, you've kind of got to like destroy them and start over. Where necessary, we might have to, we will have to like build in and connect, like where we have this, where we have those upside down stairs. We will have to destroy a couple of those just to make it so that it joins properly. So here, let me take a look. So yeah, that's actually looking pretty. got this part to add as well. So, 4 slabs here, here. Pretty good. We've got this part to add as well. So, 4 slabs. Here, here, here. Here, couple of rows. 1, 2. Here as well. And then here 2. Perfect. So the end result of that should look like this. That is looking pretty good. And the next part is for us. It's going to be for us to grab some blue concrete, and we are going to place a blue concrete. In such a way that it's basically where we have the middle flat part here. It's going to be 1 row backwards, and we're going to destroy. So from like the left flat part here, 1 row back, destroy, blue concrete gap, blue concrete gap, blue concrete gap, blue concrete gap, blue concrete, and you may notice that that allows us to place a T-E-S-C-O. So it's actually like perfectly all spaced apart. What else do we have to do? So there's a couple of structures that we want to make as well, or at least, very least one structure. So one structure is going to be kind of like a trolley bay, which is a place where you keep trolleys. And trolleys being it's going to be for us to grab some blue concrete, and we are going to place a blue concrete in such a way that it's basically where we have the middle flat part here. It's going to be 1 row backwards, and we're going to destroy. So from like the left flat part here, 1 row back, destroy, blue concrete gap, blue concrete gap, blue concrete gap, blue concrete gap, blue concrete, and you may notice that that allows us to place a T-E-S-C-O. So it's actually like perfectly all spaced apart. What else do we have to do? So there's a couple of structures that we want to make as well, or at least, very least one structure. So one structure is going to be kind of like a trolley bay, which is, well, a place where you keep trolleys, and trolleys being shopping carts for my American / otherworldly viewers. Otherworldly, is it not on this planet? So anyway, grey concrete. We want to leave a gap of 1, 2, and then smooth quartz, and then we want to have a row of 4 flats. 1, 2.
QUT's Bachelor of Justice kickstarted Keisha's career. Make QUT your first preference.
Wow, no braces. I wasn't so ready.
Invis is not your parents' braces. Invisalign.
2, 3, 4, and then smooth quartz, and then across the back here 3 glass. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll have a smooth quartz. So we have a little bit of a gap. We then want to create what is essentially a rectangle here. We're going to extend these smooth quartz each up.
I sure am.
Like this.
This is.
And then on the left and right side of this, and
Oh, back to this. What's happening to that? sheriff's office.
Oh, it's on the redo. I've added up the designs, and I think I've added up them. Those pillars are actually get building. Let's go. Move in.
You guys might be a bit confused as to what's the left and right side. I guess it's a bit subjective. But basically, like the two long sides here, to just have 2 rows of glass and then rows of smooth quartz stairs on top. So here and here. And then on the back, we're just going to make it so that the glass is as high as the rows of smooth quartz stairs on top. So here and here. And then on the back, we're just going to make it so that the glass is as high as the smooth quartz stair, with smooth quartz slabs on top, and then extend the smooth quartz slabs
Alright, so as a stage plan with this. Alright, so alright. I'm getting the pumps
inwards here,
off.
and then upside down the smooth quartz stairs inside the 2 corners, and that's pretty much that. And then we'll be keeping some trolleys in that. I don't know whether you would call it exactly, but it's kind of like this where you keep, I guess it's the trolley area. So now that we have done that, the next part of this is going to be trolleys in that. I don't know whether, but and then upside down smooth quartz stairs inside the 2 corners, and that's pretty much that. And then we'll be keeping some trolleys in that. I don't know whether what you would call it exactly, but it's kind of like, well, this way you keep them. I guess it's the trolley area. So now that we have done that, the next part of this is going to be for us to kind of, I think that we've kind of like got to mark out certain parts of the build. And we've also got to build, say, like the cash points and stuff, and kind of like, okay, let's grab light grey concrete, let's grab
I'm back.
What's happening to the sheriff's office?
Getting a little redo on the outside. I don't know about the inside, but the inside I think will be fine, but the gear room will be kind of changing up. They will be getting rid of that. They'll be like taking up the entire area in there. They'll keep this. They'll keep the captain's, the chief's office. This they will keep, because that's the dispatch room. The stage will be removed and replaced with another one, and the chairs will be taken out and replaced because they're not very good. And this is pretty much it. The front doesn't need any work, it's fine in here. I made Billy go around the other day, expecting the area. It looks fine, he said it's fine, there's no cracks, but there is a few cracks in the briefing room. They have, I don't know why there's cracks.
Alright, Alf. Are you gonna redo, or?
Yep. I'll get to my work now.
Okay. Let's grab the light grey concrete again.
Go grab my iPad and I'll go take a screenshot of this one.
And then going to have chains, end rods. We're going to have, say, diorite wall, never brick wall, and then maybe some smooth stone. So, the cash point area is directly to the left of this kind of like trolley return fence, and we're going to place 2 rows of 3 light grey concrete. The cash point area is directly to the left of this kind of like trolley return fence, and we're going to place 2 rows of 3 light grey concrete, 1 in front of the light blue concrete area, 1 in front of the right, and then we're going to extend the light grey concrete 1 row forwards like this. And then I don't know whether to add actually grey concrete in here, ladies and gentlemen, because it's points are a little bit weak. Like, I didn't know how to build them any better, but like, okay, so we've got this area, and then I'm going to stick grey concrete inside the top of this, upside down polished and stairs at the top as well. And then upside down and inside stairs at the top.
Just got back. That's what it looks like. I just took a screenshot. Just took a screenshot. Screenshot. Oh no! Can you please rewrite the signs, please? If I destroy them.
I'll do that when I'm done with my Tesco's.
No!
Oh, this is...
Alright, so the front entrance, I'm gonna try and jump over here.
And then I'm going to stick some grey concrete on the inside of this. And then just a couple of polished white stone buttons in front of the 2 middle grey concrete areas. And then some paintings on the inside for kind of like these screens. Now, I'm not 100% certain that you can do this on Bedrock, but you can on Java, and you can have, you can place rails. Oh, perfect, you can here as well. So you can place rails, and then it kind of, to me, looks like buttons of some sort, or something like it. Looks like some sort of control panel, so, I mean, that's good enough for me. I quite like that. The purpose of the diorite wall, the red never brick wall that we have here, is to like in between the grey concrete area here, we're going to like leave a gap, diorite wall, leave a gap, red brick wall, leave a gap, diorite. As we move through, we have this grey concrete, leave a gap, diorite, leave a gap, red never brick, leave a gap, diorite.
I'm going to place little doors here so the builders can move across to the other side.
Move over here, leave a gap from this wall. We're going to have diorite, leave a gap, red never brick, leave a gap, diorite. Perfect.
That's what the sheriff's office
What we can then do is we can add the trolley return area. So not only do we have kind of like that shelter, but we are also going to have a little bit of trolley, area here on the right and the left. And it's basically made. It's once again like from this blue concrete area. It's going to be a couple of chains, so 1, 2, then an end rod, and then probably say like 1, 2, 3, 4 chains. I'd say, yeah, probably about 4 chains, or you could do like 3 chains and stick an end rod on the end, and then we'll play some shopping carts. But we want to have the equivalent on the opposite side here, so a couple of chains, 1, 2, end rod, and then 1, 2, 3, end rod, just like this. Perfect. And the purpose of that is quite simply, if you grab yourself some cauldrons and some oak fence.
replace his back after. Does it go? Oh, I think yeah, it does go all the way around.
If you stack up some cauldrons around each other in front of each other, and then you stick some open fence gates.
Just line it back here. Alright, let's get rid of this. Difference here. Right. So then okay, we've done that bit. Alright, so I think we've done the bottom bit. Now we can replace the slab spec now. I'll do like
Behind them, they look like shopping carts or trolleys or this or that, whatever you want to call them. But it's kind of up to you.
I'll just replace them back with this. Too bother to replace them back with. Well, it's very.
However you want to call them, but we're going to have these as well inside here. It doesn't matter how you kind of like have them stacked up. I mean, you can. Even have different colours if you wanted to. You could change the colours of the oak fence gate. It might even make more sense with this being a Tesco's to say like warped fence gates. Right, yes, fence gates. There we go, warped fence gates. Because it kind of like stick with the colour scheme. Oh, the paintings as well. So the purpose of the paintings is basically, you guys know how you've always got pictures and advertisements and stuff like around the supermarket.
And then we'll compare it after I'm done, and then we can see if it's great. Oh, and then we can see if it's great or not. I really hope the sheriff's office wins the most best colours.
Yeah,
That's just the brightness. Let's ignore the brightness of it. So places ladder back up so I can get up there. Yep, done that one. So I could just get up there.
And what have you. That's what this is.
Do that.
Preferably nothing that looks. I mean, it is sort of Halloween. I guess it makes sense that we would have these actually. It is actually sort of Halloween, so obviously, you know, you'd have like promotional things and what have you. So you could do the.
Oh, that's gonna be moving on to the back.
You could do this in a couple of different ways like that. You could have. I mean, if
6 days into
there we go. And
construction.
then, no, not the.
Looks like the sheriff's office is on 6 days of construction, and we have not since visited the site. So today we are going to go and
With
visit
it, there we
the
go.
sheriff's
So,
office.
however you
Right,
want
so
to do it,
arrived
it just
at the
kind of like
sheriff's office.
brightens
It
things
looks
up
like
a little bit.
you can
Those are my
go
favourite
in the
paintings. I
front,
might change
but
them a
it's
little
quite
bit later, but the
restricted
idea
area
still
due to
stands. We desperately need though the smooth stone because the next part, and the terracotta as well, I guess. I want to create.
deputies.
First of all, if we take the corners of the supermarket extend out using smooth stone in the ground. Then join in towards the... So we extend
maybe
out.
Oh, that's cool.
Then join in towards the centre. You can do this on either side. You can even extend from like the inside out. And we have all of this smooth stone.
I don't know. He just won't. He's pulled over and won't show ID. Okay. Maybe who's pulled him over? Oh.
Off your iPad.
It's not. Stop. This will have a lot more of a better look than before it had before. I think one of the roof battenings need replacing. The gutters need fixing.
Yeah.
And
this is basically just going to be...
And our drains are kind of
so
full, so
underneath
we've got
this
the council
would
to
also
go
be
out
smooth
and
stone as well.
kind of
This will leave
water clean. Alright, pretty much I think the outside of the build is pretty much done. I need to do the roof though. Let's do a new kind of patch to the roof. I want to do like stone to the roof now. Because the old roof used to be this, so now it's actually stone for the roof. It's stone now, so let's get rid of this old roof and let's replace it in with a new one. Anyway, this roof was cracked anyway. It's kind of rubbish, isn't it? Rubbish material, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will be adding solar panels too.
There's going to be a couple of rows of smooth stone directly in front of the supermarket. So this is going to be... this always like for a walkway or anything. So if you wanted to place this in a city, you could actually just straight up have this. You don't have to include it.
Alright. So the sheriff's office was closed for a day, and look at this. The new roof is now out, so we'll be placing the solar panels. So we are just gonna gate off the edges of the sheriff's office roof.
And you have to finish off the vet.
The vet. And I've got so much stuff I've got to build. I've got to finish off the bloody vet and the fire station. And I've
off your iPad. What? How is it not turning off?
I don't know, but that's what it looks like today. The old one I built. Remember when I said I was going to build the old one? But they said they wanted to have a relook, so we signed the contract and they said, okay, do whatever, but this is what happened. And it is still, look, see all the doorways, we placed like orange things, so it's safe to go through.
So I'm making
and it looks like we can place solar panels on.
And then if you decide
well, I'll go inside and redo the uniform room now.
We're just going to start off with this. So just a couple of rows of smooth stone just directly in front. On the right side of the we want to have a row of smooth stone that leads all the way back. Just like this, all the way to this back wall.
So let's make a new gear room.
Pretty much like around the entire back of Tesco's, we are going to have a couple of rooms.
Well, in Liberty County there is a wall, but I want it kind of like open.
This will join to the stone area that we made.
Sorry.
For Tesco's, we are going to have a couple of rows of smooth stone just directly in front. Right side of the build, we want to have
I don't know what the floor is
leads all the way back, just like this, all the way to this back wall. And pretty much like around the entire back of our Tesco's, we are going to...
So Jane, I'm just burning off the floor. Took all the new, and then I took the old iron out, and then with the new iron in. So now we've got a lot more room now for swap gear and that, because swap is coming to the county.
We have a couple of rows of smooth sand. So around the back, leading all the way to the front, this will join to the sand area made just like this. We are also going to place a wall, and we will also box in this area as well. So we want to be able to walk around the entire outside of Tesco's, but we also want to...
Sorry.
I did also consider adding like a warehouse part of this, but then, I mean, you're starting to get a little bit crazy, I think, when you start doing, you know, making more and more and more, like it's like wet viewing and stuff, but we've got the smooth stone all the way. We're going to add a terracotta wall, so this is going to...
So first I'm going to do the swap gear, which I know what the swap gear looks like.
A double high wall that extends all the way along the left side of our Tesco's, all the way along the right side. Now, part of this wall will probably end up getting taped.
And then we'll do the normal sheriff's uniform, the normal one. And then there is no paintings, but I want to add a little bit of decoration. Little bit of and then the gun. No changing room.
What's that?
No, that's the changing area. And then I've got like the evidence cupboard in here. The evidence cupboard's in here. Well, evidence shelf. Basically, it's the evidence shelf. Did you know there's detectives here, right?
Yeah.
Sheriff detectives.
Wait, Alfie, what that like grey wall, that roof there?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the battens. Well, actually, I'll keep them because there's pipes going through that way. If I knock out the pipes, it's going to take a lot of money to replace those pipes. Anyway, I think we are done. Oh, solar panels. Oh,
Wait, what about the area with the stage?
oh, yeah, that's got to be replaced, and the chairs. Well, let's get to that then. I just had to replace a few things. I think it's birch now for the stage. No, actually it's a darkish now. It's a little lightish, darkish colour. It's gonna be redone. So we've emptied it, so let's get a brand new stage.
Extends all the way
And I think this is also
left side of our Tesco's, all the way along the right side. Now, parts of this wall will probably end up getting taken
I dare you to make it look fast.
No.
To some point. The extends all the way along the left side of our Tesco's, all the way along the right.
Didn't Charlie was talking slow?
Parts of this will probably end up getting taken out at some point.
I'm gonna have a trip to the police station.
Well,
Very soon.
looks like my demons.
When you follow a passion, I get paid to do this. When you do what makes you feel proud, you define your greatness.
Let's go to the police
Skills and support you
station.
need at TAFE Queensland.
Have to. We'll
Sorry, folks,
just
to interrupt. Just
do that at the end of our test goes all the way along the right side. Now, parts of this wall will probably end up getting taken.
Alright, let's take down the poles, shall we? I'll put the solar panels quickly.
To some point. Well, have to. We'll just end of our test goes all the way along the right side. Now, part of this wall will probably end up getting taken out at some point. We'll have to. We'll just do that as we get to it, but I do want to, for now, just have a double high terracotta wall that just kind of sits on the left and right side of Tesco's. Now, the reason for this is because there is also like an employee car park of sorts. So that's what.
Not me.
Didn't Charlie was talking slow?
No.
To have this, and that's also why we have the little entrance on the back of Tesco's as well, the little door, just a tiny little entrance, a tiny little customer entrance, or sorry, employee entrance. So there we go. We've got a wall around the entirety. of our Tesco's. So the next thing that I want to do is I do want to make the little, the employee car park area that I mentioned. So to do this, if we start here on the back right hand corner of this wall, and we find the 20th block in, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just marking this out. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Here, we want to create another wall, and the wall is going to come all the way over to the left, and there's basically just going to be, I want to say that it's actually like 4 rows. I'm pretty sure that it's 4 entire rows, so we want to leave a 4-row gap. And then maybe even have like, yeah, we'll just leave a 4-row gap like this. And then we kind of have to like figure out the car parking spaces and stuff. So this is, it's just a little general area. The car parking spaces will just need a little bit of grey concrete, we'll need a little bit of white concrete, we'll need just some...
Off the iPad.
Yeah, I know. I'm done with the sheriff's office now. Look how clean it looks now.
Looks quite clean.
And last time it's a lot more modern now. It's time to get in here.
Slabs, and we'll need some oak leaves and also some oak wood. Maybe even some iron bars would do us some good as well. Okay, so we're going to grab the brick slabs and we're going to come towards the corner of the car park area. We are going to leave a gap of 1, 2, and then this third row we're going to have a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 brick slabs. Join back to this wall. And then we're going to leave a gap of 1 oak wood, a gap of 1 oak wood, a gap of 1, and then this third row we're going to have a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 brick slabs. Join back to this wall, and then we're going to leave a gap of 1 oak wood, a gap of 1 oak wood, a gap of 1 oak wood. We're going to stick another oak wood on top, a couple of oak leaves on top of that, and then we're going to extend oak leaves forwards and out to the sides where a applicable. So here, and then here as well, and then hanging out the back to applicable. So here, and then here as well. And then hanging out the back to just like this. Perfect. And then we are going to... we can also add a couple of rows of iron bars here to this kind of like terracotta gate area. We could even raise up this area a little bit if we wanted to as well, to just kind of like signify that this is kind of like off limits. That might be a decent idea. We need yellow concrete as well, because directly to the left of this kind of just like little grass area here, we're just going to kind of have like this is a place for like motorbike. dash pattern of yellow concrete. We want to have some car parking spaces, and basically we'll just leave a gap of 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then this 4th yellow concrete.
Alright, so the sheriffs will be impressed once they see their new office.
We want to have some car parking spaces, and basically we'll just leave a gap of 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then this 4th row here will be white concrete, 1, 2, 3, white concrete, 1, 2, 3, white concrete, leading all the way up to this wall. And then we want to have rows of white concrete that are equal in length to the rows of kind of like the grassy area over there. So just like this. We could even throw some oak leaves at the back through as well, just to kind of like bleed in.
There's a new sheriff's
What are you going?
Put my iPad back. I've just finished the sheriff's office.
A nice little employee parking area that's kind of like a little bit separate, and it kind of like it just leads into this back to the back entrance, which will be here, of course. I don't know what we'll probably have to use like iron doors for this, but we'll probably sort. It's up to you. I mean, you can like bend this wall inwards here, if you like. So you can like you can create like a wall here, or
Almost done. Just gotta replace the leaves back. Wow. Looks better. Look how normal it is now. Look at that.
Alright, Alf, the vet.
Oh, I forgot.
like had a bit of nature. So I mean, you could still have like little wall that we have here, or you could literally just like shape this so that the wall like bends in kind of like a little angle, or you can have something like I've just added here with just like rings and some leaves, just to kind of like, you know, just to make a little bit use of that area instead of having like a weird shape. I'd rather have like a big giant rectangle or a square of some sort, I think, when I'm busy making my cities. But it's up to you. You can do what you like. But that is the actual like Tesco's made. That is the apartment area made around the back. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay out another kind of like general parking area out in front here, and then we've just got to work on the sign, and then we've got like a bunch of destroying to do, and then that will be kind of like this part of the tutorial. So for this next one, we're going to need a bunch of white
Some new cars
concrete.
coming soon. Oh,
Smooth quartz slab, smooth quartz stairs, smooth quartz block, part of the tutorial. So for this next part, we're going to need a bunch of white concrete. We can probably make use of
by the way, Jaden,
smooth quartz slab, smooth quartz stairs, smooth quartz block, some light grey stained glass.
What?
do you notice anything to your takeaway?
Why?
The person who lived in the apartment upstairs started a new business, so she moved to the hotel, and it's for sale. The place upstairs is now for sale. Oh, it's a big and then we used the bedroom and it's the bathroom. It might be like a shop or something, like a gift shop or something. I am trying to come up with some updates. What? The kitchen, here's the kitchen.
Then we'll also need some terracotta, and then we'll need some leaves, so just like this. So the next thing that we're going to be doing is we are going to take the, it's the centre point of the kind of like airlock area, but it's not the centre point of the build, so like this quartz block area here, we're going to leave a gap of 7, so, and then we need the quartz slabs, so we need to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and on this 8th block here, we're going to make a quartz slab.
Nothing's changed there. Nothing's changed there. Nothing's changed. Oh, the hotel, Jada, remember? The hotel. I'm gonna go to Lauren now. Wait, what? Why can't I go up the elevator?
It's non-accessible.
How can
It's not accessible.
What, oh, I have to go up the stairs. Where's the rooms? Where's the rooms? Oh god, that's such a lazy brother.
What? No, TSMC didn't do it.
Oh, there's gotta be something wrong with this hotel. There's gotta be something wrong with this hotel, because
Look at this. Look, it's a roof pool.
And we're going to extend this forwards by 12 rows, so 1, 2,
12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Where the stairs are. Where are the stairs?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Where are the
11,
stairs?
12. And then we're going to extend left by 5, 1,
I like
2,
the manager,
3, 4,
please.
5, and right by 5.
I like the freaking manager. I hate the design. Matt, where's the manager?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Come on, the word with him.
And the ends here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then
So,
we want to kind of
you
like
can
divide
buy one of these
what that will give
hotel
us is
rooms.
this, and then we want to
God,
divide this area
TSMC
up.
is
So
lazy.
inside of this, we want to leave a gap of 3, 1, 2, 3.
It doesn't build stuff
White
properly
concrete
too.
walls.
I'll light up this hallway so it's not.
You're kind of rooming in my hotel.
But there's no light in here. See, look, see now you can see then the hotel. Oh wait a minute, this is a balcony.
Yes.
Actually, do you think I might buy one of these hotels?
Can you stop messing with my build now? It took a very long time to make this.
Oh, this one's got like lights and that. Good. What? Is this the top level? Oh, that's pretty much it. Do you have any more hotels?
No.
Yeah, that's the only hotel you have.
Yes.
What?
Play in my theme park. Go in my theme park.
Get water.
What?
You got the inside that you bought. Walmart. Hospital that you gave up on. Hospital. Not a play. Stop doing that now. No, we got one, that's fine. Now I'm still tempted to build here. I don't know why I'm not turning that.
Are you in the shopping centre?
Yeah.
Sorry.
2, 3, white concrete like this, and we want to have this on both sides. So get some 3 white concrete, and we want the white concrete to extend all the way to the end. So where we have the smooth quartz.
The before and then the after. And 2 things that changed is a new fixing room and the briefing room has been updated a little bit.
So just like
Doesn't look
this.
that boring now.
So
It's
that
got
will
like
give us
still got the
this,
front
and
at
this
the
is
same.
a perfect place for a couple of compartments. And on the right side over here,
Stop! Don't do that.
And then it's got new car park spaces.
5, so like
Look
1,
up to Google. See, look how funny Hi, jag kan nå i pinnen.
Panya, panya, panya.
Why are you doing that? Why?
That's with my Chinese thing away.
No, I didn't do mess with it. Look, I didn't mess with the seats. Look, the seats are still in place. Then new boards. And I did this. Still got the menu board.
Okay.
Come on. And then you got the microwave, you got whatever these are that were upstairs.
Okay, Alf. You can continue doing your thing.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, and then we want to place a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do believe it's 6. A row of 6 quartz slabs,
replace
and
that
then
instead.
the quartz slabs we want to extend all the way down,
Oh,
and then in like this.
Jane,
And
let's
then we
make
don't want to divide this in the same way. Like I said, we want to have
What?
the white.
Let's make drafted.
What do you mean?
Under the stairs, there should be a cupboard.
Oh, no. This is going to take a very long time building this thing. But I have to do it.
I'm not. No, don't even force me to. I will not do it if you. I would never do stuff for you ever again if you're so lazy to do it.
It's just that these builds are very hard.
Build them.
So just
You
like
decide
this.
that you say, oh, I'm not going to give up.
Perfect.
I'm going to
And
build
kind of gets
them.
up.
And then you decide, oh, I don't want to build this. You go like that. And then
Well, you know, I'm just struggling.
what? You said that you were going to give up on this build. Tesco, you said you were going to build it today.
Yeah, I am. It's just that this will
put your
take a
back
really long time, though.
Just put your back into it, and then you'll get it up. And then you'll get it after it. You'll get done. If you want to get done, just get it done, and then you can build.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Simple.
This, I don't know why, but the word grill effect kind of came to me. I don't know why. So we want to have that. And then we want to leave a gap. Oh, between this, we want to leave a gap of 1, 2, 3, 4, I do believe. And then we want to have oak leaves. And then we want to. We could even. I think it could even be a little bit more. I think it might be. So it might be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's gonna be a gift shop upstairs, so I made a staircase going to it.
That's what it looks like on the plans. It seems a little bit far over, but the idea is, over here in some sort of capacity is a terracotta wall that is 2 rows high with a row of leaves in front of the terracotta wall. So like this. Perfect. That is looking, you see that looks pretty good. And then over in this right section here, which we're not going to be tackling today, or at least not in this video, is there will be a petrol station / gas station and a little bit of a car wash, but again that is for a different time. But what will be over here in this left section is if we
Everyone's racing around looking for the latest 5G phone.
leave a gap of 5 between this quartz site here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to have a row of 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah that's 6 right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quartz slabs, extend in, 1, 2, 3, place a smooth quartz block, place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah that's 6 right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quartz slabs, extend in, 1, 2, 3, place a smooth quartz block, place 1 on top, and then we want to do the same thing,
And then
extending in
there's
from
a
the empty,
storage
so
room in
we've
here
got
now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quartz slabs, and then extend.
So now this is gonna be the storage room in here.
Then 1, 2, 3, place a smooth quartz 1 on top, and then we want to also have 2 blocks of quartz stacked up at the end here, like where we have the quartz slabs, and then we want to also have 2 blocks of quartz stacked up at the end here, like where we have the quartz slabs, and then we want to have light grey stained paint. Basically, this is also just a trolley return, and it's built in the exact same way that we made the other one. So you guys might remember how we did that, but on the 2 long sides.
I'm making a gift shop for like loved ones and that. It's gonna be an old-fashioned one. The owner who owns this is actually gonna start. So he wanted to go and live somewhere else. So he said, I want to go and live somewhere else. Do you mind if you recover for me while I find a house? And he said, yeah, of course. And then we found this house, and then we decided to put it up. So this guy called Bang brought it. Yeah, his name was Bang. Bang. Pine. That's what it's name is, Pine. And he said, "Oh, I've got my own gift shop, and it's closing down it's closing down in a shopping centre where I am. I'm not talking about MKT, but a different one. It's closing down, and otherwise, if he
Don't close down MKT.
No, I'm not talking about MKT. Another shopping centre that I'm pretending to talk about. So yeah, he wanted to move out. Otherwise, if they close down the shopping centre with his store in there, he's gonna go corrupt.
Upside down Smoothport stairs.
And then he'll never be able to be starting a business because he's gonna have to put the name in. If they notice a name that they have in the old shopping centre he was in, they'll just instantly block him. So we decided to find him a new place, and he found the Chinese takeaway home.
Yes, okay.
They're both friends, and they wanted to train. So he now lives in a hotel now. So he wanted to sell his old apartment, and his friend owned a gift shop and a bookstore, so he might decide to mix them together, and now it's upstairs. So we're gonna be making it. So I'm gonna have. Does it reflect downstairs? I'm gonna look downstairs quickly. So we've just repaired the floor now. We took everything out that was in there. Go downstairs. Yeah, it looks like pretty much the entire roof covering, so I can reflect the
and this wall will be present even when we have the petrol station.
So this will be a gift shop for loved ones or something, like saying if they want to get a gift card, they can.
And you may be thinking, how are you gonna get inside? But I'll make a little entrance.
Yeah. That's how you're gonna get into the gift shop. But you're like, oh Alfie, what's this door? What are these two doors right here? I'll show you. I'll show you what these two doors are. It's been turned into a storage room. Oh, then people would ride.
Okay.
I had a little garage door like this. Everybody's gonna come in. No, this is really cool Chinese. It's all
To be 1 or 2 rows high, like I'm only making this to kind
So
of
then
give
the
you an
liver
idea of
inside.
how this is laid out. So this will be an entrance, and there'll be an entrance onto the street, and what have you. There'll be an entrance over there, but that is also an exit to the car park or to the petrol station. Also over here, where we have the employee area, we will also have a row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I do believe. It's either 4 or 5, and this will also be an entrance/exit. So this is kind of like, it's almost its own little compound, this thing, and I think that's what makes it quite a cool build. So from here,
I'll be right back, guys.
to show you the parts of the build that need some mass filling in, because there is some good part. There is a good amount of this build that needs a lot of filling in. So let's make the sign. We don't have anything we need for the sign, but I think it's relatively easy. Is there any annoying? No, there's actually no annoying letters, which is always fun. So we need 5, but we need loom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white banners. We don't need any white dye by them.
Hi, Bum Bum. Where's Bum Bum? Where's Bum Bum? Hey, Mummy, what are we doing today?
So then, hope home, right? So let's throw the loom on the ground, let's put some red dye in there, and our first white banner will be T, which is a vertical row of red dye string. the kind of like the car park area, little gap of one concrete gap of one concrete, and they want to be 5 rows wide like this here, and so let's just take a look. Perfect. So
It's a bit of an issue. Hold on. Wait a minute. Piece of shit.
fill in all of the smooth stone area using smooth stone, right? So like all of this. I am tempted to tell you guys to fill the entire car park area in using grey concrete, and then we can just work around it when it comes to the car park, to the petrol station and the car wash. I think that we're going to do that. We're going to literally rip up the remainder of the grass, refill that in with grey concrete. So that will be grey concrete, that will be smooth stone. Inside of the store, we're going to rip it all up, we're going to replace it using birch planks, and we are going to join the roof together at the top using red concrete. Now, if you guys have been paying attention, that almost means that we are literally ripping up an entire area of whatever 68 by 74 is. Shall we do a little bit of quick math and shall we see how many blocks that actually is? So 68 times 74 is 5,032 blocks. Of course we've got to fill in the roof, so we've got to place whatever that is. You guys do not want to see me do that. Trust me. So I'll be back once that is done, and that will actually be an end to part 1. Back in a moment. So this is what your Tesco will look like once it has been 100% fully completed. As you can see, we have added the grey concrete area and the smooth stone area to the front and around the building. We have filled the top of the roof in using just red concrete for now. We will change that in the next part, and you best believe that we filled the inside of the floor in.
Oh boy, here we go. Let's get all of this smooth stone. Let's destroy all of the smooth stone and replace it with, let's destroy all the grass, sorry, all the grass. Not smooth stone, grass, 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 grass. I'm gonna do the floor. Here we go. Let's do this.
so much to make that I have decided to split this tutorial into 3 parts. In the first part, I will show you how to make the actual supermarket building itself, the customer car park, the employee car park, the trolley return areas, and also the cash rooms. Now in part 2 we'll be heading on inside, and we will be making the entire inside, including the cafe, scan and go, self-serve section, regular till areas, the produce.
Alright guys, I'm gonna end the video here because I have so much to do, so see you guys in the next video.